Scotiabank has been a platinum sponsor of the Courage to Come Back Awards from the very beginning. They are the foundation that these awards have been built on. We are so grateful for their 19 years of support. To introduce our next award recipient, please welcome Scotiabank's Senior Vice President, BC and Yukon Region, Winnie Leung.
Good evening, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of Scotiabank to celebrate the 19th Annual Awards with you and to support our friends at Coast Mental Health. The inspiring stories that we're hearing tonight have a tremendous impact on our community. And on behalf of my colleagues, I'd like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to all of this year's nominees and award recipients. At Scotiabank, investing in our communities have been a focus for 185 years, and we're committed to helping young people reach their infinite potential. So tonight, it is my absolute pleasure and honor to introduce our 2017 recipient for the youth category. The Youth Award recognizes the special strength of a young person under 22 years of age who has overcome illness, injury, social or economic adversity, and who confidently and with a positive and determined manner has gone on to inspire other young people.
Well, I know that I can't do everything like everyone else. There's certain stuff I have to do differently, but I don't really dwell on what I can't do. I just accept what I have and just don't dwell on it and live a positive and happy life.
It's called Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and he was diagnosed at the age of 3. By 10, he was using a wheelchair. Having Duchenne muscular dystrophy means not only losing the use of your limbs, but also decreased function in your heart and lungs. Your life expectancy will be shorter than average. That was his diagnosis. This is his future. One by one, things that he loves will be taken away from him. From the moment of diagnosis, life was never going to be easy for Richard Quan. As a child, Richard was slower than the other children, couldn't do everything they could do. Sometimes they called him lazy. Sometimes they bullied him. It's not easy being different at any age. It's torture being different as a child. And day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, muscular dystrophy was robbing Richard of things he loved to do. Richard developed scoliosis, an abnormal bend in his spine requiring a steel rod surgically implanted the entire length of his spine. What was worse, as Duchenne muscular dystrophy attacked his body, words were attacking his mind. Words like stupid, spoiled, you don't belong in school. Educators decided he was not capable of learning even basic skills, so they didn't try to teach him. Hateful words combined with disdain and indifference meant that Richard developed self-loathing and self-doubt. He wondered why he had been born. And then he overheard a teacher saying that his life expectancy is limited. He was 8 years old. Lives are changed in miraculous and complex ways, and all miracles begin with the first step. For Richard, that first step was being treated by a psychologist at Children's Hospital. Richard began therapy to work through the damage inflicted on him by an uncaring system. And with therapy came understanding and peace, and the ability to learn. He began to play wheelchair hockey. He learned to read and became an avid reader. He took lessons to learn to play the drums. He took up adapted hiking. In spite of his disease continuing its unrelenting destruction, Richard learned to draw. And soon he was dreaming of one day becoming an artist, of attending a post-secondary art school. As his ability to learn was recognized, his grades improved, and soon he was surpassing his classmates. But Duchenne muscular dystrophy cares nothing for dreams, is indifferent to aspirations. Gradually, Richard lost the use of his arms, making drawing impossible, leaving him no options post-graduation. Once again, the despair set in. Richard lost all interest in life and sat playing video games all day, including the video game Guitar Hero. And this is where the miracle that is Richard Quan really gets interesting. While visiting G.F. Strong Rehabilitation Center one day, Richard was shown a guitar. He was immediately drawn to it. Lessons were offered. An electric guitar was laid flat on a hospital table with towels supporting the neck. And Richard began to play, and the music poured from his soul. After only 6 months of lessons, Richard played at a high school talent show. It was a huge success. A YouTube video led to the Vancouver Adaptive Music Society asking Richard to play on a new album they were producing. That work earned him the title Guitar Virtuoso, Vancouver Adaptive Music Society's youngest ever. Soon he was performing with his own band, the Richard Quan Blues Band. He began to play concerts to raise funds, concerts for muscular dystrophy research and the Tetra Foundation and other non-profit groups. He started an online campaign to raise funds for Canuck Place Camp in Squamish. And every time he performs, people want to talk with him. Both those with a disability and those just inspired by the young, charismatic, and talented musician who is changing lives one note at a time. If you ask Richard, he will tell you that the life expectancy for Duchenne muscular dystrophy is early 20s, and Richard is 22 years old today. When people ask why he never complains, he tells them,
Just the fact that I don't actually know how long I've got to live, so I just feel like I gotta cherish every day and just enjoy it.
That's the courage of Richard Quan. That's the courage to come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the 2017 Courage to Come Back Youth Award recipient, Richard Quan.
Would you mind holding that for me?
Absolutely.
I can't hold it.
There's paparazzi. One more. It's all yours.
Wow, there's a lot of people. I want to thank everyone for this award. It's a really great honor, and I never thought I would get this opportunity. Anyways, I'm going to keep things short. I'd like to start off by thanking God, my family, Muscular Dystrophy Canada, the Canuck Place Children's Hospice, Tetra Society, Vancouver Adapted Music Society, BC Children's Hospital, and all the people who've helped me along the way. When I was a kid, I spent a lot of time trying to please people. They would try to force me to do things their way, and when I couldn't, they told me I should just go home and quit. I didn't realize I was wasting so much energy just trying to fit in the way other people wanted me to. It took me many years to figure it out. But what people thought was the normal way didn't mean that it was actually the right way. What I had to learn was to not let anyone or anything tell you what you are worth. Life isn't about making things convenient for people that don't like you. Find the thing that you love, the thing that makes you happy, and stick with it. Focus every day on things that you can do. And for the things that you can't do yet, figure out how you can change it to make it work for you. So I'm just going to need a minute here because I got something special planned for all of you. So right now, my dad will set up my guitar table. And let me tell you a little bit about this table.
of the Courage to Come Back Awards, Richard will be the first recipient to perform music. I've seen his videos, and let me tell you, you are in for a real treat. How's it going, Richard?
It's good.
Good?
I'm trying to get this set up.
Is your dad working for you? Is he
Yeah.
a good roadie?
Pretty good. Can you push it a little closer?
Richard, don't answer that question. Did you want to tell us about this table?
Yeah, so, Dad, can you pull this side out first? So, I've had this table for about 2 years now, and this is the third one I've used. And it has two parts to it. The top part is is actually from my second guitar table. And the bottom part is a modified keyboard stand. As you can see, it's pretty high-tech looking. But back when I was first starting out, I had a very improvised setup. I was using a hospital bed table, and it was held in place by dumbbells. And then on top, we had to roll up towels to hold my guitar in place. And then we had to strap boards to my arm to keep them at the correct height above the guitar. Thinking back, this was completely ridiculous. I actually have no idea how I was even able to play back then. So anyways, I'm going to be playing a little something for you. I feel that my music says a lot more than my words can. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some music. Oh, and before sorry, I didn't say anything yet.
Richard, you told me at the beginning of this that you didn't want to talk. I think you're going to have our job next year.
Oh yeah, and I also like to thank Activision for making Guitar Hero. So that's it. Let's play some blues. Music, please. Thank you, Vancouver! Have a great night.
That was amazing, Richard. Oh yeah. I like Dad Roadie here. I'm so impressed with that. I was telling Sophie earlier that I tried to learn to play the guitar. I own one, and I'm completely inept at it. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, everyone, and have a great night.